So game night.
It was a lot of fun.
The Clue that wasn't Clue.
Yeah, basically.
It was a hell of an action comedy.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, and which is kind of unique, you know, because like the people who did the remake of Vacation did this movie, so you're probably thinking like, oh well, I don't want to go see that, but it was great because I feel like it was maybe because it wasn't a remake of something else that we've already seen that is beloved and better, and this was kind of its own thing. And I think that Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams are comedy gold.
Everybody in the movie too as well.
Yeah.
A lot of cameos, a lot of twists and turns. Jesse Plemons did such a good job in this, and he does a great job in everything he's in, but man, he did good in this one too.
And it's like, because with a lot of comedies these days, you really get like that stupid comedy that you're like, oh, that's really dumb, you know, like the way that just Melissa McCarthy does her like falling or like blasted. Oh, it's been done already and it's boring. And the same thing that happened with Vacation, where it was just really dumb. Like
everybody was dumb.
It was so dumb. Like, why would you ever be that type of, like, you know? But this one was like fun, and the people were smart, but they were doing dumb things.
And they were very self-aware too as to what was going on in their world in this movie. And then they made jokes about that, but not overdoing it either. They maybe did it once or twice, enough for you to feel that like, oh, the recall laughter, and then they let it go. They didn't harp on it for the rest of the movie.
There's a pretty good, like, I guess I wouldn't say twist, but like a good turn essentially in the movie. You're like, oh shit.
There's
and then,
a
like,
few
what's
of them,
going
yeah.
on? Like, yeah, you're like, you don't know, you think you know what's going on, and then all of a sudden something happens, and then like something else happens, and you're like, oh, okay.
There's some predictability as well in some of the comedy and the jokes. Like, you know the joke is gonna come.
Right.
But when it hits, you're really kind of happy it did, because it's like, it's gotta be this at this moment.
Yeah.
If it's not, you guys missed a good opportunity.
Yeah.
And they don't miss it, and they hit it, and you feel even better about it. One couple things that actually stood out in this was the technicality of the way they shot this movie and the music as well.
Yeah, I really liked what Cliff Martinez did for this movie.
Audio-wise, song, music.
The music, and then of course they used Queen in the movie too.
Yeah, right off the bat. And that's also something that, like, right off the bat, I felt engaged with these characters, and I wanted to go on this journey with them. And a lot of them, like, in the core group, I don't know who those actors are. I know, like, one of them is from New Girl. I don't know who one of the guys is, and I love them in this movie, and it's great, and it's refreshing that I didn't know who some of these actors were, and we got to go on this adventure with them.
And it was almost kind of like a game of cat and mouse, essentially, too. And then there's just crazy antics that happen, and you're just like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Very action heavy as well.
Yeah.
And we were saying too, like, right when it ended, I was like, you know what? If they were to call this Clue, like, it would be a really good new updated version of Clue.
But I'm glad that, like, it's just that if it was to be called Clue, everybody would hate it.
Correct.
Essentially, unless you didn't like the other Clue and you are like, oh, well, this one is better than that.
And that's why in this situation, it's one of those things where you don't have to make it a remake. You don't have to call it Clue. Just do something original, but it's still very much like a Clue-oriented type of movie. Yeah, it's kind of a whodunit on multiple levels. There's a nice handful of movie references as well, to where, like, I would lean over and tell her where a quote is from, or and then they would give it to the audience for those that didn't get it, but gave me enough time to figure it out beforehand. So either way, really enjoyed it. You guys should check it out. I would probably give it like a 4.5 out of 5. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I would do 4.5 out of 5 too.
Yep. So
it was a lot of fun.
Thank you guys for watching our non-spoiler review for, I almost said Clue, I almost said Date Night, because it reminded me a lot of Date Night. Game Night. So thank you guys. You could like, you could subscribe.
And you do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kicking at the party, fuel the party, keep the party going at our Patreon. Get us where we need to go. Thank you guys so much. And as always, now it's time to say goodbye. They're flashing the lights. It feels like I'm going through a crazy test.
Oh, one more thing. Wait until the end of the credits.
So if you stay to the end of our credits, you will know to stay to the end of the credits for Game Night.
Yeah.